From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mills to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, Mills. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Mills to throw for it on 4th. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up 50 here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, a former Miami Hurricane, Philip Dorsett. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play.
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Dolphins hit 3-7 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where that open week fell.
Able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now Tua. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Tua on fourth down. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Tua now on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Play action now. Mills.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up.
Uses the stiff arm. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told her, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's caught downfield by Mechie. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? You already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Here's Pierce on the counter. And some room to work. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. And he'll just get rid of it.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial down their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Mills. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Tua going to throw. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. Room here to run. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Edmonds, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time. And
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10.
Two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
Only able to gain a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First down, Mills.
Caught left side, it's Beckham.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Ready. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, first down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
His throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Tua to throw again. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Jerry Hughes on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Out of his end zone, Mills eluding the pressure right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the run.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 94 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. To the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another carry for Pierce. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Looking to throw is Mills. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line. You know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Dorsett. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Run for Pierce out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 5 yards on first down, and now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice productive day running the football. Have had that poor defensive line. They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Mills on first down.
And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
Throwing the out route, incomplete.
That's Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to pass. Tua. And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 28. 152 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Tua to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time,
it can make everything turn out just okay.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
What a change in this ball game in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the fourth quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So for Houston, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Miami.